Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nerds with Dice. Tonight, we are playing Rift's Ballad of Fates. But first, we want to let you know that we have merch. You can check that out by heading to the link in the chat or heading over to Twitter and finding Nerds with Dice there. There is links in the bio. We also have a sponsor now, Grinding Go Coffee. They are a Black and LGBTQ plus owned coffee company, and if you use the code Nerds with Dice or follow the link, you can get 10% off.
Some pretty good coffee.
Really good coffee.
That is what I'm told. And the other thing is, we are at the end of September, so I believe it's next week we will start having, next week we'll have some special Halloween shows starting next week, so keep an eye out for that. I will put up some kind of announcement probably later this week about what's actually going on.
Right. Cool. So, thank you everybody for joining us. Welcome to Rift's Ballad of Fates. Our group of heroes has come together for purposes unknown to them and are attempting to prevent the Night Lords, an interdimensional invading force, from getting a foothold in the world that they live in, which is Earth, after magic and science blew it all to hell a couple hundred years ago. So let's go around and give our quick intros, and then I'll recap where we were, and we'll get right back into it. So let's start with Peppermint.
Hi everyone, I'm Nerdy Teddy, and tonight I am playing Peppermint, our nature mage / healer.
All right. And we do not have Jetta with us tonight, unfortunately, but we do have Freya.
Hi, Michelle. I'm playing Freya, who's a human spy. She's also a Nightbane, which means I also play Rohan, who is an 8-foot tall being with a 20-foot wingspan and a flaming sword.
Okay. And Starissa.
Hi, I'm Kate. I'm playing Starissa, who is a baby dragon, but nobody knows that except for her and Jetta.
All right.
At this point.
Yeah. Kid.
Hello, everybody. I'm Evan Jennings. I'm playing Krogahel Kid. He's a blacksmith and also half human, half dwarven. And he's also a baby dragon. No, I'm kidding.
No, he's
not
not.
a baby dragon. I didn't know you were a baby dragon.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense.
All right.
Awesome.
Also unable to join us at the moment, but making a valiant effort despite their ISP's best attempts to stop them, is our friend Ting, who plays Greeks, who is a goblin-looking sci-tech. So you have come to a church trying to safeguard Riley, a friend of Greeks, who was probably next on the hit list of a faction of the Night Lords who are trying to take out members of the conspiracy you had somewhat joined. You had beaten them to the punch, and you had found that they were at a midnight meeting of a shadowy religion. You're joined by Renzix Howl, the Psy warrior who knows Starissa of old, and is mostly just chilling because he can't think of anything else you need to help with, because your team is capable and seems to have it under control, except for one of the things they're fighting. So they went to this church and stayed there until they saw their targets, which was Tyrgix, another member of Greeks. I think race is the right word here because it is literally like genus and kingdom and phylum. From another dimension, and was a well-known scientist there that seemed to be in charge of the mission that ended up teleporting them to Rift's Earth. Also joining Tyrgix was a being known as the Armory, who's like a 5'10" Juggernaut. Looks like Juggernaut, but 5'10", except the armor is solid black. And they can form weapons in their hand. The weapons all seem to have been forged by the same people that did the armor. It's a very stylized dwarven flame. And when we left off, there was a priest there that Freya had gotten the drop on. Greeks had done a strafing run, as had Riley, I believe. And the armory was fighting Kid and
Rohan.
I believe that Peppermint was providing an abnormally large amount of light. Well, not abnormal for Peppermint, but a large amount of light, abnormal for the time of night. And let's see, where was everybody else? So I think that pretty much covers where everybody was. Now, picking back up, Starissa, I believe you had just gone and made an attempt to physically attack Tyrgix, but you just went right through him. So up next is actually Greeks. So here's what Greeks does. Greeks makes another strafing run on the armory, but the armory responds by throwing something into the pod that Greeks has, and it goes blasting off in the wrong direction. It seems to hit somewhere in the engine and hits a critical line, and the pod goes shooting off into the distance. At a uncontrolled speed, Riley says, "Shit, I'll help," and flies off after to try to assist Greeks in landing and recovery. All right. Freya, you're standing there with a knife to the throat of the shadowy priest.
Gun to the head.
Gun to the head of the shadowy priest.
Yes.
He's still there. He looks frightened.
Yeah, she wants to basically tell me everything. How do you know them? Who else do you know? Who else is coming?
The Night Lords are coming. They're gonna come and rule this place, and you'll be ground under their heel.
Yeah, she's going to want to keep questioning about how does he know the Night Lords and all the connections and all that type. Yes, that's what she's going to be doing. Interrogation.
All right. Give me a roll in interrogation. See if you can get him to slip up and say anything, but you won't get much because of the short time frame.
Right. Of course, that's probably all she's going to be doing is interrogating him.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to let that happen for too long.
Are you just not going to fight the armory anymore?
No, Rohan's
That's
fighting
Rohan.
the armory.
There's Freya and there's
I
Rohan.
forgot you could do that. I was I'm going to need help with this fucking guy.
Yeah, they really practice. Got a 27 under 65.
50. Yeah.
65.
He slips up and mentions the Book of Shadow, something called the Book of Shadow. He says, "When I found the Book of Shadow just lying there, I knew I had a greater destiny. Something you'll never be able to understand. Something you'll never comprehend is true power."
Where's the book?
He gets a smile on his face and do you want it?
Yes.
Then put down the gun.
Freya interprets "put down the gun" as putting it down onto his forehead.
Okay. With that, Riley is helping Greeks. Peppermint, you are next, in fact.
Okay. And I'm holding off the shadows with the globe of daylight, correct?
Yes, the shadows around the priest especially seemed to be doing things. The globe of daylight has blasted out a lot of the shadows. Not all of them, but a good amount of it. You're keeping the priest extremely well lit, it seems.
Okay. In which case, I would like to throw Befuddle at him and see if I can't hamper him some more.
Okay, do it. So I have to roll save versus magic.
Yes, and my
Okay.
spell strength is now 14.
Okay, he has a +2 and rolled a 11. So what does Befuddle do?
Befuddle has a whole list of things.
I mean, I know it's a massive penalty to skills.
Yes.
Can you make him poop himself?
No, makes him drop last to the initiative.
Well, he
That's
was
good.
already there.
Oh,
Yeah, he
Thanks to
drops from the initiative and he gets a whole lot of negatives.
Like a -5 to do basically anything.
Which friggin' level is this one?
Trying to whatever, it doesn't matter. All right, so
I'll have them for you in a second.
yeah. After Peppermint is Kid.
I'm ready.
You got smashed down into some pews by a hammer.
I did, but that's okay. That's okay. He just kind of and like knocks some of the wood off, and I'm gonna climb up. Now this guy's armor.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use, because he's like a mountain of metal from what you described. That's what I'm imagining. You said juggernaut, right?
Yeah.
I'm imagining he's like of all metal, and I see his little eyes.
He has eye slits and a mouth slit like Juggernaut.
Okay. But the rest is just like heavy metal.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere that I can see, or can I use my like, because I'll hit him if I need to hit him, but can I use my like blacksmithing or something to see if there's any kind of parts in that armor in which it would, where I could do more of an impact? Or is this like magically ass kicking armor that I can't hurt?
It is magical ass kicking armor, but it's of dwarven make.
Oh.
It's a kind of armor you've seen before.
Okay.
You've never built one.
Right.
No one's ever needed one from you or your mother.
Okay.
But she's shown you like designs, a design book of armors, and this was in there.
Do I know anything about it?
You don't know about the enchantments, but you can go ahead and roll a blacksmithing check to see how much you remember.
Okay. My blacksmithing.
I'll give you an extra 10. Actually, I'll give you an extra 15 in your favor.
It's the D100s that I do, right?
Yep, and you want to roll under your score.
I think that'll be fine. And I have a plus 15 to my score right now because of what
Yes.
you're giving me. Oh, I think we're going to be okay. So I got a 73. My score is 81 plus 15 is like
90
a million.
something. 96. Anyway, so you have seen this armor. You know where the straps are inside this suit of armor. You know it gets enchanted, which makes it wearable. You know that this has extra lifts to make it taller, to make the wearer seem taller. You know it's got a little extra padding on it, so it's dense as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Straight MDC metal, you'd think this thing was probably around 300 MDC in metal alone.
Fuck me.
And then on top of that, it's basically a tank suit.
Yeah.
And with enchantments on top of that, you don't know how high that could take it. Magic's not your thing.
Okay.
You do know that the back of the knees and kind of at the base of the neck tends to be actually the weakest part is directly where the throat is towards the front side.
Huh. Like you wouldn't expect that the front to have almost like a trick there.
The back has a thing that looks like a hinge, but that hinge is simply a lock.
Okay.
The actual hinge is inside on the side.
Already. Okay. So the weakest point is on the side of the helmet?
Yes.
All right.
Just the side of the neck of the helmet. Yeah.
And you said the back of the knees?
The back of the knees are pretty weak.
Relatively speaking, of course. The thing is still a fucking tank.
You don't know where they're summoning the weapons from.
Can I? When does Rohan go? Does Rohan go right after me?
Kid, Tyrgix. Not too. All right, so it'll go Tyrgix, the priest, Renzix, and then Rohan.
Can I do something fun and maybe interesting with Rohan?
You want me to wait on you then?
Yeah, can I wait until it's Rohan's turn?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm like knocking wood off, and I'm just kind of sitting there, and I'm like,
You stand up,
and
you
like
take a moment to analyze.
and I'm studying his suit as I like get up and start dusting myself off.
Actually,
yeah.
I think you've seen the image before on the suit, the mark, the dwarven mark on the suit. And it was one you kind of threw out. Like it's a not uncommon dwarven mark that's stylized a little differently. You know,
A
whoever
smithing
forged
mark?
this, yeah.
Yeah.
The smithy mark looks similar to one you might have designed but discarded.
Wait, like one of my original designs for Lotus Fire?
Similar, probably. It's like if you wanted someone to draw a team mascot for the Tigers,
Right.
your designs might look similar to someone else's, or they could look very
Weird. Okay.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I'll hold my turn until it's Rohan's turn, and then I have an idea, Michelle.
all right. Tyrgix goes, damn it, you big idiot. You needed to talk to that one. Looks up at Eustace and goes, why are you here?
I'm here to protect my friends.
Pah.
You could be a friend. You just have to be nice.
He looks up at you, and suddenly you're 200 feet away from him. Neither of you moved, but there is suddenly a gap of 200 feet between you.
Okay.
Still in the bubble, technically.
So it's a perceptive 200 feet.
It's weird. Like, your eyes are going, that person's 200 feet away, but, like, are they? It's confusing. Because this church is not 200 feet long. All right. Father Easton, says, you don't actually care. You don't want to know anything. You're just out for killing.
Freya sort of like points to Rohan and went, obviously, you know nothing.
I know true power. He is going to attempt to get away from you.
Okay.
He is going to shoulder check you out of the way. So he's going to make an attack roll against you. Do you want to dodge or parry it or simultaneously attack? Which will cost an action if you simultaneously attack.
Yeah, she's not going to want to him get away.
Your gun is on his head, though, I will say.
Yes.
All right, so what do you do?
So is he trying to stand up?
It looks like he's going to try to, like, roll into you and barrel through you.
Well, I'm going to try to have, like, my boot on his chest. So maybe can I just, like,
all right,
kick him to make sure he stays down?
Sorry, I had forgotten to mute the stream. So you can try to simultaneously attack him, and if you win, you won't do any damage to him, but you will prevent him from getting away.
Okay.
But he is attempting to physically, like, ram you and knock you out of the way.
So
This is a body block tackle. I don't remember how all this shit works, but it doesn't actually matter because we're going to roll dice, and dice will tell us numbers.
So am I rolling to strike or to damage?
If you're rolling simultaneously to simultaneously attack, you can roll to, or do you have something to grapple? A bonus to grapple?
I do not have.
There's so many systems. Why is my brain always stuck when it comes to grappling? Doesn't matter on the system. Grappling is always the worst.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. So we're just gonna roll through it. He's gonna try to knock you over with a 3.
Well, I
And-
got a 14 on the die, so
Yeah, so you successfully prevent him from getting away. It looks like he's trying to like drag himself a bit. You put your boot on his chest and make it hard for him to move. He's going to try to twist your ankle now.
okay. So I roll again.
Unless you want to dodge or parry.
Well, I still have to roll the dodge and parry, right?
Yeah.
So I got a 19
On what?
on the dice.
All
So
All right, he got a 20 on a strike against you.
so I have a +3 to strike, so that's 21.
All right, your parry's probably even better.
Yeah.
So you can knock his hand as he's trying to like grasp your ankle. You knock his hand away. Oh, he also has massive penalties, so there's that. Doesn't look like he's going anywhere. Renzix is looking confusedly at Tyrgix. And doesn't see a kind of. I suddenly forgot every psychic power that exists. They all just left my brain. Kid, you aren't feeling afraid at all. Let me just look up this suppress fear.
I'm a brave boy.
He is giving you suppress fear.
Wait, who is?
Renzix taps you on the shoulder and tells you, "You've got this."
Thanks. Thanks, man.
He catches your eye briefly, and you believe he means it.
What a nice guy.
It's like bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
So you effectively won't be affected by any fear effects. You're immune to horror factors.
Righteous.
You get a. Why can I never keep everything straight in my brain?
I get a bonus to resisting
kinds
fear.
Well, you just can't be affected by fear.
Oh my god, okay.
Your
I'm
bonus
immune.
is immune to fear, but it does other things too. I believe it's in the core book. So
Does it help my save versus death or save versus poison or
Well, that's what I'm looking up.
save versus possession, maybe?
Sixth sense, sense of evil, Oh, that's the next. The next moment, he uses another power, and his eyes go a little cross-eyed, and he goes, "Ah, God!" while looking at Tyrgix.
I want to put my hand on his shoulder and go, "Don't worry, man, you got this," and give him a pat on the back.
Suppress fear. All right, yeah. You automatically succeed any roll against horror factor, even if magically induced.
Nice.
And yeah, so you also, can act bravely. This enables the character to think rationally and take calm, calculated actions.
Oh, that's perfect for what I want to do.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Very cool. Okay.
And he goes, "God, that's not right," while pointing at Tyrgix.
Hey, listen. He's a bad guy, but just because he's a little different than us doesn't mean he's bad or wrong.
Well,
he's bad because he's evil, but not because he's different.
You don't get it.
Okay. I kick some more of the pew off of me. This is a nice church.
Rohan, it is Rohan's turn now. So kid,
Okay.
you got you don't have like a full minute.
No. If Rohan can understand the basic concepts, which we've had conversations, right? Rohan,
Rohan understands things.
Okay.
Rohan understands combat, especially.
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm gonna say now. remind me, Kevin, we each have 2 actions?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna say Rohan, go for his left knee and I'll go for his right knee. And that's the first thing I'm gonna do.
Mhm.
And then if those hits land, either way, I'm gonna do the next thing.
Okay.
So should I do my whole plan now so that you understand, or should I say it like
we're going to do it like this because if something interrupts your plan, it gets interrupted.
Okay. Then if something interrupts it, then I'll just try to tell Rohan for the next time what I want him to do.
So make an attack roll. Is Rohan going along?
Yes, he trusts Kid. They trust
Gotcha.
Kid.
Okay, so one of us goes for
both
one
of
knee.
you. Both of you make an attack roll. Armory will attempt to parry both of them with a minus.
Now I don't get as much.
I got a 24.
So that will hit.
I don't get as much damage, right? But my strike is the same.
Yes, your strike
strike
is the
is
same,
a
but you don't
D20.
get the magic fire.
I got a 17.
The 17 will actually hit as well. Because his bonus to parry has been halved because he's trying to parry 2 things at once. The hammer, he releases and pulls out 2 smaller axes again. And attempts to parry. But you get in there fast enough.
Roll damage.
Go ahead and roll damage on that, yeah.
I only got 8 out of 3d6.
37.
37. You see, you're not a murder machine like Rohan.
37?
Yeah.
Oh my
Rohan's whole
god.
purpose is to murder.
That's true.
6.
So my goal here, we hit him in the back of the knees. Hopefully, like either he stumbles. If he falls, great. But if not, if he just gets knocked off balance just a little bit.
Yeah, you knock him. He stumbles forward. You're not gonna knock him over, but he.
Excellent. Then I wanna say, Rohan, slam your sword there and hold it. You know, like a stab.
So go ahead and Rohan make an attack roll.
23.
That will hit.
Oh, I want to railroad spike hammer Rohan's sword into that side of his neck, like you know what I mean? Like just bring the hammer down onto it, like I'm just working a piece of metal. Just boom.
Freya roll damage, or Rohan roll damage for the initial blow.
35.
Okay.
Good God, that is ridiculous.
All right, now Kid,
Consistent.
roll to hit.
Okay.
This can't be parried.
Okay. Oh, not as good. 11 plus 5, 14.
Right?
Is that 11 plus 5?
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
So
16.
here's. All right, I will give you this.
Stop laughing at me, Kate. listen. The pressure's on.
You can see the strings between Rohan and Freya, but you can also see the strings wrapped around Rohan's sword. There are no strings touching the armory that you can see.
The armory has no strings whatsoever.
That you can see.
Okay.
Clearly something magical, blah, blah, blah.
All right, okay.
But you know exactly where that sword is, and Rohan's trying to keep it there for you. So,
Okay.
that is enough to hit Rohan's sword.
Nice.
So roll your damage.
Okay. It's not going to be much, it's like 3d6.
Yeah.
Okay, bad start. Oh, fuck me. It was a 4.
4.
Out of 3d6, I got a 1, and a 2.
Now roll a blacksmithing check.
Okay. Now that I can do. Blacksmithing check, I rolled a 1d100, right?
Yes.
I definitely made it, but 27 out of 81. I
Yeah,
don't know if
that's
it matters
close.
if it's
That's
like
good enough.
drastically.
Yes,
Okay.
the margin of error was going to be a thing, and you rolled under 25. So, or no, you got a 27, but close enough.
27.
Yeah, you rolled under a 30, so you're good.
Nice.
You hear something pop inside, and as that pop happens, you see strings start to wrap around the helmet, coming out from the bottom of the helmet. And you hear, "Fuck!" Roll a
Yes, I was hoping I'd hear a oh shit. Like
roll a perception, both Rohan and Kid.
Is that a stat?
Just it's a D20, and if you don't have any bonuses, which I believe Kid might actually.
Rohan
Oh,
got
I do.
16.
+4. I got a 3 + 4. So
Well, that's
you
fine.
do with that what you will.
Rohan
Jesus.
has definitely heard that voice before. In fact, Rohan kind of just heard that voice. Rohan, I'll give you one more thing. What do you do?
Is there any way for me to either use my sword to like really like try to get in there, or maybe like wedge?
The kind of thing you might want to do, like, what is your end goal?
Pop off the helmet.
Rohan using the sword is unable to get too much leverage, but if you get just a hand on the right part of the mask, which will require a called shot, I'll give
Okay.
you, it'll take 2 actions if you've got them.
Yeah, because it'd be their last 2.
But if you roll above a 15 total on a called shot,
I got a 16 on the die.
so yeah, you're good. Rohan gets his arms in there.
There should be a little lever. There should be a little pop the little lever.
You can't feel a little lever, but Rohan, I'm trying to think. How can I make this a challenge for Rohan that might not succeed? What's Rohan's number physical strength?
Physical strength 33,
Okay.
and it's supernatural.
Yes, that's why this is possible.
God, this guy's suit fucking sucks.
Roll 3 d20s and get under Rohan's strength.
Me?
Yes.
I roll 3 d20s.
Yes. Total them, and then aim for under Rohan's strength.
She's been rolling so
Great.
good though.
Wait, I want low numbers?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Would
have
you
to
rather
get-
me have you roll a percentile to go under Rohan's strength?
Maybe?
No, that's scarier. You have a higher percentage
Yeah.
chance of failing.
No, because it's 33, but so 17 plus 15.
Ooh.
That's over.
That's 32. That's-
And then one more d20.
No, that's 3.
That's 3 of them. Okay.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah,
Rohan.
6, 9, 17.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Rohan gets in there and starts to pull up the helmet. The helmet starts to bend. And you can see now, Kid, part of the helmet, the threads on the helmet are woven into patterns that start to snap a little bit as the helmet
did
gets
this
pulled
person
up.
did this person somehow, from what I'm seeing, did they somehow implement the threads?
The threads might be the magic. The magic is you're watching kind of a magic that's woven into the suit itself
Mhm.
being broken.
Okay. God damn, Rohan rules.
Yeah. Rohan gets the lid about halfway up, and Kid,
Is it who
you're
I think it
staring
is?
at yourself.
Like a trick, like a magic trick.
He kicks
Why would he
Rohan.
turn into why would he illusion himself as me?
Does a 33 hit Rohan?
Yeah, he's just gonna take it. He'll. He's a tanky boy.
Yep.
Is he my brother?
21, 28.
He's my clone brother from another world.
All right, Rohan takes 40 as the armory bats Rohan's arm away and puts a spiked boot, a boot that wasn't spiked until it was kicking, into Rohan's chest, knocking him back.
Brother, don't.
His second attack is coming right for Kid's head with a closed fist.
I would like to parry if I can.
All right. Go ahead and try.
Is it easier for me to parry an unarmed strike? They're not considered unarmed, are they? Because he's in a fucking
really.
death suit. Okay, God, the suit sucks. All right, my parry. Let me find it. Is it all the way at the bottom?
Be under your combat numbers. Just parry as though you are holding your hammer.
Oh, okay, it's under my hammer. Duh,
Yeah.
It's 8. Okay. And I rolled a d20 for this, right?
So your DC is 20 on this.
Absolutely not. I want to go, brother, we don't have to fight. And I want to try to, like, I'm wearing my helmet, but, like, I don't, can we just say I don't even parry? Like, I use the action or whatever,
Yeah.
but, like,
Well,
I'll just be
parry
like,
doesn't take an action.
I'll just be like, brother, we don't have to fight. Boom! And he just punches me across the church.
15. I rolled a bunch of ones. Plus.
Oh no, that means he wants to
21.
kill me.
Take 31 damage, mega damage to your armor.
That's okay. I got this.
As he goes,
I now have my character sheet says that under current MDC I have $100 because I fucked up this spreadsheet so much. so I crashed. What does he say?
he just laughs.
I want to.
In the same way that you've seen Kid laugh at things.
We can work this out, man.
Oh, I'm working out a lot.
No, don't be a jerk.
As he
about
heads
it.
over to continue hitting Kid. Starissa.
Okay. So I perceive Tyrgix as 200 feet away. What about everyone else around us?
You're still everyone else not in Tyrgix's direction is the correct distance.
And people in things in Tyrgix's direction are
Seem like
far
there's
away?
just an extra bit of space between you somehow.
Okay.
No magic has occurred.
Okay. I am going to try empathic transmission and make him my friend. And make him trust me.
Oof, good luck. What is the range on empathic transmission?
Yeah. Let me see.
What book do I need? That's the book I need.
60 feet.
Nope, you can't reach him.
Oh, wow. Okay. I guess I'm gonna dash at him.
All right, you're fast enough to cover close enough to get within 60 feet of him if you want to try again.
Yeah.
All right, let me pull up the book that I'm using. Not that one.
Come on, you look like Greeks. You should be friendly like him.
There we go. And what is the...
Save? I think it's 13.
So just read through the power real quick.
Yep. It doesn't say what the save and throw standard it says.
Okay. 29. Standard. He doesn't get bonuses if there's like combat happening.
Doesn't say.
Does not have that. Does not have that. Ah. Hasn't developed that part of it yet. I have to read through some things real quick. Does it say if it's affected by mind block?
Does not say.
All right.
just says he gets a +3 to the save if it goes
All right.
against deep-seated fears or morals.
It doesn't go against deep-seated fears or morals. But I did roll a 19 on the die.
Okay.
Sorry. You attempt to probe at his mind. He was, when you covered that like nearly 100 or like over 100 feet of distance between the two of you, to everyone else it looked like 2 steps. But you felt every inch of it.
Okay. Weird.
Yeah. You get feeling towards his mind, and his mind is only partially there. The magic goes to him, but seems to not take full hold.
Okay.
No.
Why?
I'm getting what I want
What?
out of this damned place.
The church?
This is tiresome.
Yes, it is. You make no sense.
Just because you can't handle it doesn't mean it doesn't make any sense. I will make it make sense. It will make sense. All right.
Okay.
Freya, you were standing with this man on the ground under your foot.
Yeah.
He looks like he's going to make every attempt to fight.
Can I? Gosh, I don't. I would like to shoot where I know it won't kill him right away.
All right, that will be a called shot. So it will take 2 actions.
The balls. Always. First shot.
But you're looking for a flesh wound. One to go through and through. Or are you looking to have him bleed out? Because if you're using a laser gun, it cauterizes.
I'm using my rune pistol, so because it's the trusty.
Yeah, that's magic fire.
Would that break bones? Like bullets would?
I just got a 13.
Yeah, he can't dodge
Okay.
because you're standing on him. So you hit him. Where did you want to hit him?
Probably a nice through and through, but he's not going to be able to like get up and walk. It's yeah.
You mean to just put it through and through, but your fireball pistol is a pistol of fireballs.
Oh, that's right.
Roll your damage.
It's kind of just 14.
Okay. The leg that you shot is gone. He is howling in pain. He is not wearing MDC armor.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And has no shadows to cover him.
Oh, okay.
You
But
know
he'll
that
live.
he may live if
He
he
may
gets
live.
treatment. He's probably going to go into shock.
It's gonna be like, oh, this isn't like my old weapon. Peppermint?
Yes.
There is a
You-
howl of pain that everyone can hear. The young, or not the older lady, Leary Bennett, I believe I wrote down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leary just it looks like she's taking off just as fast as she can. The gentleman who looked dressed like a bum but was really the younger black man is nowhere to be seen right now. And the I think the Heelan brothers were just so afraid of Rohan they were unable to do anything.
Yeah.
All right. Does anyone have actions left?
No.
I believe I do.
All right. I think we're all out.
I think so.
Yeah. That would be about right.
But that's okay because he's out of actions too, right, Kevin?
Actually, the
Kevin?
armory
Please.
still has one.
No. But he is using it to have a change of heart and realize that we're brothers.
He's going to throw a sword at you.
I know that you're from a terrible world, brother, but you and I are the same. We can work this out.
All right, so it's a 15. It doesn't sound like you're dodging it because you're out of actions.
Hey, Kevin.
Yeah.
When I see him attacking Kid, I'm going to throw up a telekinetic force field as a parry.
How would he respond to him? All right.
Because it says instantly erect force field on himself or others in the blink of an eye.
All right. So, yeah. So this will take an action if you've got one left.
I think I do.
I think
I've only
'cause you
done
didn't-
the running
yeah.
and the psychic attack, and that was it so far.
Yeah, you didn't overextend
And I have
yourself.
4.
Yeah. So, this will be your last action, I'll say.
Okay.
He threw the sword. So go ahead and roll a parry against a 16. With
Okay.
+3, I believe it gives you a +3.
Okay, let's see.
I think the power gives you +3. But if not, take a +3.
My parry's +7, but it wouldn't be the same.
Go ahead and add that 7. So roll a 6 or higher.
I rolled a 5.
So you get the psychic shield up in time to catch like the back end of it. So Kid will take less damage from it. But the thing is, the psychic field affected the weapon not in the armory's grasp. So
am I getting hit by this sword?
you are getting hit for 17.
Okay.
As the sword jams into you and then starts to dissipate. All right.
Oh, do the math here. Okay. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. I understand that you're really mad and that you think that you need to kill me in order to live or something. I don't totally get it. But we don't have to fight. We could talk.
All you ever seem to do.
Yeah. Because
All right.
I just don't want to crush your face, man.
Weak.
Oh, come on now.
With that,
That's
I'm
not
going
the brother
to.
I know.
We could re-roll the initiative, but that takes a whole bunch of time in writing. Do you want to
Yes.
maintain the same initiative?
Yeah.
Everybody cool with it?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Up first is Renzix, who the Healing Bros seem to gather their thoughts until Renzix makes them run away with
Yeah,
a
good.
fear.
Let's just get them out of here. Yeah.
Yeah. He casts fear at them. Let's just make sure that they rolled a 9 and a 5. Yeah, they're good. They're both booking it away. He says, I'll handle them later. Rohan, you're still standing there.
They are going to look at the situation. Is the helmet off?
The helmet's kind of like twisted upwards. Kind of like if you took a dome and then just bent half of it up. But it's still attached to the armor. It's actually kind of causing him some maneuverability issues.
Good.
Is there enough room for them to take their sword and try to like hit into the neck part? Like, is there enough exposed? Or like maybe
There's
come
not
around
a
and
lot
try to.
exposed. And this being magic armor, you think it's
Yeah.
going to have well, you don't know much about spells, but magic armor tends to be whole body coverage.
Is there a way for them to continue to take off the helmet?
It would be another called shot to hit the helmet at a
Okay.
-4 penalty.
Okay. They will try.
Okay. Let me know what you get.
A 34.
Natural 20. One of those axes whips up and catches the blade, and there's like a grinding of the two forces of the blade, and the blade's slowly giving away to Rohan's magic sword. But that blow has been parried.
This time it's only a 22.
Okay. 18 doesn't do it.
So roll damage.
Roll damage. The helmet itself has. I'll put it at.
$26.
All right. You crack the helmet. There's now a big crack in it, but it is still attached. The thing is solid MDC, even with some of the magic on it broken.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
their 2 actions.
Armory will respond with what Armory responds with. Would love to just make kids stop talking.
Does he realize the error of his ways?
But Rohan is the bigger threat. That is going to be a 24 to hit Rohan.
Yeah, it'll hit.
Okay. Sorry, math. 42 damage.
Okay.
And another hit on Rohan. As that giant axe that was grinding before being launched off got caught in the helmet and comes back in with a two-handed spear thrust into Rohan's midsection. And then is going to go with a whip it around like a claymore and big hit that way. So I'll tell you what the number is. That's not great. That is going to be a 19.
34.
Yeah. As the claymore comes around, Rohan catches it on the other side.
Do his weapons keep changing into other weapons?
It seems like they keep changing. Not into other weapons, but that there are suddenly other weapons.
He's so much cooler than me, you guys. He's so much cooler than me. Shit.
Starissa.
Okay. When I see Armory, does he look like he's getting beat up or like he's still in pretty good health?
He doesn't look... His helmet's fucked up?
But other than that, he doesn't seem to be slowing at all, does he?
No.
Okay.
There's some scars in the armor, but not much.
Okay.
And Rohan, while they are a tough being, they're taking a
Hefty beating as well.
Yeah, they're taking a hefty beating.
How does
Okay.
Rohan look? Does Rohan have like broken scales?
Yeah. There's some scales falling off and a few
Okay.
feathers.
I look at Tiergix and I'm like, wait here.
No.
And I
Starts walking forward just because you told him.
into the force field?
Yes, walks literally through the force field.
Ooh. Okay, well, I'll let that drop then.
Yeah.
And I'll just shoot over in front of the armory and be like, will you stop hurting my friends?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get him to pay attention to me.
You get in front of the armory.
Yes.
Are you
But-
going to enact violence?
And I'm just, you know what?
Does not seem like he's going to stop. It looks like he's about to... He looks at you and gives a wicked... Like, if Kid... You've never seen this look on Kid's face, but this is Kid's face. Slightly different haircut. The hair's a little more military. The jawline looks a little rougher, and the nose looks like it's been broken. But otherwise, it is Kid. It's like looking at
Okay.
Owen Wilson and pre-broken nose Owen Wilson. Yeah. The
I'm pre-broken nose Owen Wilson.
a look that seems like the closest you've seen Kid have this look is when he's having fun. But this
Okay.
is angrier.
I'm gonna try taunting him like, you stupid moronic giant monster, stop hurting my friends, or are you too afraid to fight me?
You get the feel. Oh, it says nothing to you.
Okay. Can
But
I
you get the impression that standing in the way is going to get you knocked down.
I'm gonna stay there anyways.
Yep.
Because I see Kid not defending himself, so I'm getting in between.
Starissa, that's my brother. Do you see? Don't
No.
hurt him. Don't
Uh,
kill him.
So you're not doing anything else?
Um
You can save your attacks to block his attacks.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Greek's radios and goes, "Oh, I landed."
Is that it?
Yep.
Who?
Freya.
Freya is going to be like, try to make sure the priest doesn't get away, and try to start maybe first aid. It's like wanting to keep him prisoner, but wants him to keep alive long enough to talk.
Is just screaming.
Yeah.
Give me a first aid roll.
Do I have first aid?
Or any medical skill. You might have paramedic, maybe. I don't know. I plan to put your skills in alphabetical order eventually, but I've never gotten around to it.
I have holistic medicine.
That will help. So that'll be take a -10 against you.
Oh, jeez, I gotta roll under a 40.
Yeah, you're not the doctor.
I got a 43, and I'm looking over at
I mean,
Peppermint.
that is magic fire wound.
Yeah.
If it was fire wound, you'd know maybe put a poultice on it, but you don't have one out. You know, you might have
Yeah.
one somewhere, but you look over at Peppermint.
Yeah, I'm looking over at Peppermint. I'm starting to try to, like going, look, I just wanted to wound him.
Now he's thrashing, so you're keeping him there.
Keeping him there.
All right. Riley's like, oh, I spotted him. I'm going in. Peppermint.
I will. Well, can I assess the injuries from where I am, or do I need to go over to him too?
You're gonna need to go over to him, which is
Okay.
easy enough to do. I mean, there's just some church rubble in the way. It's like 50 feet, which you can make if you run.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, you get there easily enough. I'm not gonna start imposing distance penalties on things that aren't, non-standard. Tyrgix is not standing between the two of the spaces, so you're okay.
How bad does he look?
Um,
I shot his leg off. I just
the leg
I'm not
is
used to
gone.
this gun.
There is
not
no
used-
leg around.
I'm not used to this gun. I'm so sorry, Peppermint.
This is like the third time you shot it, and the first time you ever shot it close range.
Yeah.
It's fine. I think I can. At
Give me a
least
medical roll to
stabilize him.
stabilize him, or use magic or whatever else you want.
The assassin is not used to brute killing.
That one. But he's screaming now. It's
Let's see. That's 85.
ooh, that's pretty high.
Yeah, that is out of my medical skill.
Okay. You have not stabilized him, and he will lose blood this round, like a lot.
Can I use the second action then to cast heal wounds on him?
Yes. That will at least cauterize some of it, like further the
Yeah.
cauterization and because the blistering on the remaining bits of leg is also dangerous.
Right.
Yeah, it's MDC fire, so it also smells like burnt flesh.
Did he take hit point damage, or should I be healing SC?
We'll say hit point damage.
Okay. Just changes the dice.
He's down to basically 2 hit points.
Okay. And that'll heal 2.
All right. Up to 4.
I mean, it's better than being at 2.
Yep. You bought him probably 2 more rounds. All right. Kid.
You muted.
All right. So he's not listening to me. That's fine. That's fine.
He's not doing what you want.
I want to try to get him. Fuck me. I want to try to. I don't want to kill him. Kid sees him as a relative, as a brother, as someone who needs help. So I want to try to disable and or get him out of that suit. Now, the only weak points, unfortunately, in that suit, one of which we've already busted, the best of which we've already busted, leaves only the knees, which, aren't going to help me get him out of there. And I don't think I can really disable the knees from what it sounds like. You can just they're just like an ouch point.
Yeah, you might be able to reduce his speed, make it harder for him to maneuver.
Is there any way for me to start tearing this suit apart?
The magic
it's just too strong, huh?
If you made a suit like this and you had, say, Winra enchanted, it would be extremely hard.
Oh my god.
It'd be like trying to break your hammer.
Yeah, gotcha. All right, then second plan. Am I able to, now I am assuming he is not MDC, just as I am not MDC, right? His fleshy face part is showing.
A little bit is showing, but okay.
Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way for me to knock him unconscious with anything that I have on me? Can I use my hammer to knock him unconscious? Or would that just destroy his entire face?
If it got through what is probably magical armor as well, it would probably go real close to killing.
God, this guy sucks. Oh. So he might have armor underneath him also.
Well, it's more like a magical field of armor inside the suit.
Oh my god. I don't know what to do. I don't want to kill him. Who else is here? No,
there
I have
is
to help
a screaming priest. There is Tyrgix, who is
the priest
walking towards you.
Tyrgix is walking towards me.
Yeah.
With his nasty little face. Tyrgix is the nasty version of Greeks, right? Yeah.
A little more of a catfish whisker thing going on.
And you see Rohan them starting to.
Rohan's getting hurt. Rohan's getting a little haggard. How hurt does this guy look? How hurt do I look? My evil twin. Not too hurt, huh? He's looking pretty good.
The helmet's mostly busted off.
This sucks. There's not even like a weapon to take away from him because he just makes $1 million. Yeah. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. Did you have something to tell me before I?
No. Tell me what you want.
All right. First of all, the floor beneath us, is it stone or wood?
It seems to be not like super hard stone.
Is there a basement? I think we said that there was, didn't we?
There would clearly be a basement. This is a Midwestern church.
Okay.
There's a basement in pretty much every Midwestern church because of tornadoes.
Okay, here's what I'd like to do.
As far as I know.
Yes, that's a thing.
Yeah.
I am going to run and I want to jump. You said that his helmet is like kinda, right?
Yeah, it's kind of peeled off to one side.
I want to run, jump, and hook my hammer into that and kind of twist and almost like swinging my hammer down, drive the force of him through the floor. So me and him both go through the floor into the basement.
All right, this will definitely take both your actions and be very difficult.
Yes, but
Okay.
I do think it's also very cool, which I
Yes.
think I should get advantage for because it's very cool. Okay. All right, so what am I doing? What is this an attack roll or
This
is
is
this like a
definitely an
strength
attack
thing?
roll.
Or...
He's going to attempt to parry it.
Okay. All right.
Is there any way Rohan can help?
If Rohan wants to spend an action and make an attack roll at the back of his knees to put him off balance.
Sure,
Yes.
Yeah. What is my plus?
And to do this, you've actually got to get to the side of Starissa as well, because Starissa's kind of imposing herself.
I do.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll say it's easy enough for you to get around Starissa.
32 to hit.
All right, that will hit. So go ahead and roll damage for that, but it will also knock him off balance and give Kid he won't be able to parry Kid's attack.
I got a 19 to hit.
A 19 is enough to catch the magic field in his helmet.
38 damage.
38 damage. Sorry, mathing.
I don't know what
Oh,
his.
that's what-
I assume his parry is fucking very good. So I'm.
It is.
What do you get on attacks? You get like 20s and shit? Like 25? Is that what you got?
Oh, plus 15.
What is your strike bonus? Your strike
Oh, it's
bonus is
massive.
15?
Nightbane
Holy
have
shit.
insane numbers.
Mine is 5. My strike bonus is 5. Fuck
Well,
me.
you aren't a born combatant with magical. You aren't.
Yeah.
gifted
I'm not a
the
literal
ability to
killing machine, right?
Yeah,
Fight off a world
I'm a
infection.
ding dong from a small town who's got a big hammer. All right.
All right,
So-
now roll me a masonry check.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hold
Get
on.
a plus 10 for you. Yeah.
Do. Okay. I have 60 in masonry. It's not bad.
Rohan, spend an action.
It was a 52 out of 60.
Yeah. So you crash through the floor like you're like, okay, if I hit him proportions, he'll go down this way with the force. The basement cracks under all of you. Starissa, do you want to fall?
No.
Okay, you don't fall. Rohan, do you want to fall?
No.
All right, Kid,
I'm going
make
with
a
him.
roll with impact.
Okay.
See if you take any physical damage from falling in your armor.
Rohan's got the wings going.
How far of a floor was this?
About 10 feet, but you threw yourself and flung yourself.
It was almost a natural 20 and it fucking bounced off the thing. 14.
14 is enough to not take any damage.
Okay.
12 was what I wanted. All right.
Ah, so close.
What, to taking damage?
No, I was so close to a
To
natural
landing
20.
well. Yeah.
Yeah. Though
Um,
it kind of never makes sense for him to land cool. He should always be like, whoa.
As the floor crumbles out from Tyrgix is still standing exactly where they were.
I hate him. I do not like him one bit.
Tyrgix makes a face and goes, "This is pointless."
I'm so much better than this place.
All right.
Can I land? Where do I land? Do I land near him?
You
my
land
brother?
like right next. He lands, bam, and you roll, bam. Basically, your two heads are closer to each other than any other part of you.
Can I say something before he starts like bashing me in the face?
Yeah.
Listen, I know that you're gonna try to kill me, and I know that all of you, what were they? Were they called duplicates? Was there a word for these guys?
Doppelganger.
I know that you doppelgangers are raised to believe that you have to kill me in order to survive, and I know that you probably had a really fucked up, horrible life. But I met one of you, and he didn't kill his duplicate, and we let him go. He lives a life somewhere. There's a way that you can live not under the thumbs of these things. I mean, think about it, man. You kill me, and then you help them come here. What does that even solve? then it's just going to be all over again. You're going to be under their thumb again. This world's going to suck as much as the one that you came from.
But I'll still get to fight.
You can fight now. You know there's dragons and fucking robot things flying around. You should see the shit I've seen. I lived in a small town. You know what I fought? Nothing. Day one of leaving my town, I fought a fucking demon out of a train. A demon train. What the fuck? Have you ever heard of that? Probably not, because your world sucks. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend you. I'm sure there's a lot of great things about your world, and you probably have a lot of friends there, but this world is unique. Okay, or you don't. That's fine. But this world is crazy and unique and beautiful. And these guys are just going to make it.
Another opportunity like this, and looks like he's going to hit you.
I'm going to raise my hammer.
Yep. All right.
Fuck.
Tirgix moves down next to him and puts his arm on the armor.
On the armory?
On the armory.
Tirgix, get out of here. Get.
We have better things to do than scuffle.
You absolutely do not. You have bad things to do. You have worse things to do.
I told them this was a dumb idea.
Working with them is dumb. You're dumb for working with them. That should be the most obvious thing in the world. You think they care about you or sending you back home?
Tigix says to the armory, "We're leaving." And the armory goes, "I don't want to." And he goes, "So?" He goes, "Let me kill him." He goes, Tigix says, "Why?"
Good question, Tirgix.
He goes, "'Cause I want to." He says, "Stop being a baby."
Ooh, I'm not a fan of how spoiled you are.
He says, "Stop being a baby or I'll tell your mother." Grabs him by the collar, and the two of them are suddenly 200 feet away.
You have a mother?
Is anyone going to do anything?
Rohan would like to pursue.
Rohan's fast enough to get up there, but it is like flying. It looks like it should be about 50 feet. But it is 500. As it takes the time to fly 500 feet across that territory. It seems like space has changed in that time. Again, no magic has occurred. And if you want to make some attacks at the armory, you can. If you want to make them at Tirgix, you may attempt.
Rohan understands hitting the armory will do something.
Yeah.
So 21.
All right. To parry. 8 plus 10 is not enough.
Hey, Kevin?
Yeah?
I'm going to attempt to teleport right next to them.
Do you have a percentage on the teleport? That's
I do. I have a terrible percentage on the teleport, but
41.
41 damage. It goes right into the armor again. The armor is unable to block it, though attempts to.
that's why I say attempt.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll your attempt to teleport.
Yeah, I don't do it. I just blink and stare at them.
You give a look. You make sure it's a like. All right, Peppermint, you're with the priest.
Yes.
Kid, you can't make it that far that fast.
I want to turn around. How can I help?
The church is half knocked in.
Okay.
Renzix runs over to where Peppermint is. I should just open 9 books. And uses some psychic power to basically end the pain on the man who's screaming
How do you mean?
with psychic powers.
Oh, okay.
He does not kill him.
I thought he was killing him.
No. This is y'all's mission. Rohan he would not step in and do that unless you told him to. I think it's just dead in pain is the ability. So he uses dead in pain.
I believe you.
Does that only work on oneself?
So there's not much for me to do to help, huh?
Yeah. You have to get out of the basement.
Is there anybody else in the basement with me?
Starissa's directly above you, kind of, at this point, hovering in the air.
Hey, Starissa, can you give me a hand?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Starissa, you lift him easily.
He's moping. He's very upset. He's put me down. I kick some of the rubble. Those 2 guys are gone, right?
Yeah. Give me a perception check real quick when you kick the rubble.
A 19 plus 4.
When you kick the rubble, you see a data pad that looks weird.
I'll pick it up.
You don't know what language it's in.
I want to break it. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. If you want to break it, that's fine because you're frustrated.
No, I'm not gonna break it.
All right.
Hey, Greeks, are you okay?
You get a burst of static back over the radio. Rohan, what was once 20 feet now is 2 miles. As the space keeps warping until it becomes difficult for Rohan to keep up. Rohan gets a couple more hits in, takes 1 or 2 more hits, but Tyrgix is clearly determined to leave.
Is there any way for Rohan, because they've learned, is there any way that Rohan can grab part of like the armor and like be able to take it? Because they know that things my friends know.
It'll take a -4 to do another called shot at the helmet, but the helmet is the easiest part to knock off right now.
32.
Absolutely. Roll your damage.
$35.
35. That's enough to take off the entirety of the helmet. The helmet is completely off now.
They will have the helmet and then they will begin to return.
Yeah. It takes about what's Rohan's speed?
Gosh.
It's above 50, I believe.
Yeah.
So it takes less than an hour to get back, but it takes way longer than it should have. It seems the amount of distance you traveled was deceptively larger than you thought.
They're gonna come back and they're hurt, but they know we got away, but kid got helmet.
Oh, thanks, Rohan. Good job. And I want to grab it. Ooh.
It is extremely heavy. You were you not wearing your armor, you wouldn't be able to carry this.
I'll see what I can figure out about this when I get a chance to really look at it. Thanks.
All right, and with that, we're going to take our break.
Damn you, Kevin.
All right. Yeah, we will be back in about 10-15 minutes. Make sure you get up, stretch, drink water, do all the things, and of course, enjoy the art and music. See you in a little bit. we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome back.
We
to Nerd with
return.
Dice.
Sorry.
You're fine.
We return to Risk Ballad of Fates, where the group has just fought off what appeared to be Kid's doppelganger and Tyrgix,
brother.
causing Tyrgix to force them to retreat. They also got a Shadow Priest, blew off his leg, and are attempting to keep him from dying.
You know, c'est la vie.
All right, so we cut back to, let's cut over to Greeks real quick. Greeks, your ship got knocked into a far away. Something went wrong with the electronics and you couldn't stop the ignition in time until you had to hard shut down your engine. Riley came after you and landed not that long after you crashed. Your ship takes some damage, but Riley's got the parts to fix it up as soon as you have some time to fix it. Riley lands and goes, all right, I don't think I can carry you as well, but I can carry your ship, but I'll be much slower.
Okay. Let's just get back in the fight.
Very quickly, you see what looks to be a very small image appear like on a highway of Rohan stretched, like literally stretched across some territory, and then Tyrgix and the armory all similarly compressed, and then immediately stretched and the other way, Rohan compresses. So it's kind of like this kind of effect as they changed kind of sizes, which was not what Rohan experienced, but is what it looked like from the outside.
They're getting away.
And it looks like and at one point they hit an area near a ley line, and then there's a flare on the ley line.
There's no way to track where they're going, is there?
I mean, somewhere down the ley line, but after they get off of it, who knows where they go. But you can make your way back to the church with the rest of the group, if you'd like, or you can do something else, but I don't know what that would be.
So when they enter the ley line, was the ley line running perpendicular or parallel to them?
It was running north, and the ley line's like 50 feet wide, and then like 20 feet. Well, it'd be about 20. We'll say it's 10 by 10 roughly. This one is kind of small. They can be like a mile high sometimes. But this isn't a big ley line, though. As soon as they hit it, they don't elongate or shrink. They just just disappear.
And so they went north.
You see a flash very, very reminiscent of when your ship, just before your ship crashed. It's kind of a hazy bluish. It doesn't look like a teleport with magic, but it's similar to the thing you saw just before your ship crashed onto this planet. Or crashed and then scattered you onto this planet.
Okay. Let's head back. Check on everyone else.
You did notice that Armory had its helmet torn off and looked to have the same face as Kid.
No.
All right, so you head back. You land outside the church. Renzix has tracked down the other people that have run off. Says, I can't find the guy who was spying, but I could keep looking for him if you need, but you know, when a spy decides to hoof it, generally they're
Yeah.
smart enough to actually hoof it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I can't do more to help with the priest, but I'm not that kind of psychic. You hear the sound of a jet engine as Riley comes in towing Greeks' hovercraft, which is still hovering just very badly.
All right, Greeks.
I think so. My ship is not so much.
We talked to that guy from your planet for a little bit.
What do they say?
He kept saying, "I hate it here. I'm mad," and he was kind of an asshole. Did he say anything?
He didn't want to be our friend.
Oh, there you go. But he's definitely working with the Night Lords.
And he's got some weird magic that I've never seen.
Ooh, and I met my brother. I found him. My
Oh,
doppelganger.
the guy in the armor.
Yeah.
He does look like you.
That's my doppelganger. Isn't that crazy? What are the odds? But
Very low.
yeah, he was pretty tough. But I think I can get through to him if I talk to him again. I think we're making a lot of good progress.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. Speaking of which, I found
I
this.
stand behind Kid and I'm like,
No, he was a sociopath. I want to give Greeks the pad that I found, the iPad.
Gotcha. Before we do that, though, Peppermint, there is a man still not stabilized
Yeah.
who might have some information you want, maybe?
Yeah. Can we work together to try to?
Ooh, do you want my hammer? Do you want my will you use my hammer in any way? It is on fire.
He's already got severe burns. Let's not give him more.
Okay. You're the doctor.
You definitely have a laser scalpel, because it's just basically a vibro knife, but scalpel.
I am helping Peppermint.
Yeah.
Freya is just like, what do I do, Doc?
21.
On what?
70 is my basic, my medicinal healing.
Gotcha, your holistic medicine.
Yeah, holistic medicine. There you go.
All right. This will add an immense bonus to his immediate coma check. 10. He is not in a coma. He is conscious for the moment, but clearly in shock. He has been anesthetized psionically and is no longer screaming. Greeks, it's clear that someone removed his leg with, a big fireball.
Okay,
Peppermint, I didn't know this gun could really do that.
it's fine, but if we want him to live, we need to get him back to town. I'm not a field medic, and I can only keep him alive for so long out here. We need to go.
I wanna like, where's the book? Hey.
You shot me in the leg. I'm not going to tell you. I'm extremely mad at you.
You could have just told me.
I want to kill you. I will try. I'm going to kill you.
Freya just pats him on the head. Okay, we'll find it ourselves.
Well, where's his leg? Can we reattach it?
It's not
Can
there.
I pick it up? Oh, it's gone.
No, it's gone.
It's
Can
gone.
I find his burnt shoe?
No.
Ooh.
Okay. Maybe we could get you a different leg.
The
I don't want to pick up a piece of wood.
comes to mind.
Maybe would you like a bionic leg?
Freya basically doesn't care. She searches his body for like any keys or any keypads or anything like that. She's just like, fine, if you're not just going to cooperate, let's just.
He has some keys. He's got a data pad on him. You find his wallet and cell phone.
Cool.
Can somebody craft a stretcher so we can carry him? Thank you.
There's a lot of destroyed wood and stuff around here, right, Kev?
Yeah, it takes no time at all to
Cool.
first aid a stretcher. You find an old ancient Boy Scout kit that the tent was
I
fully
have-
leathered and.
I have recycle and salvage. Can
Go
I
ahead and roll that
recycle?
recycle.
I have salvage. Yeah, I can help.
Go ahead and roll
Yeah.
salvage.
Yeah. We're gonna recycle and salvage some stuff. I got a 27. That's not bad. I thought it was a 72, which would have been funny, but it's a 27.
And the salvage.
Yeah, 23. Yes.
Okay, that's definitely gonna make it. Between the two of you, you find enough to basically you find a wheelbarrow, you find enough to fill and flatten out the wheelbarrow to make it into a stretcher.
Who else thought for their like most of their life that it was wheelbarrow? Because that was me. I thought it was wheelbarrow forever. Am I the only one? Thank you.
No, I mean
See,
it
but
makes
I'm
sense
from
that you
the-
would
I'm
think.
There
from-
we go. There
I'm
we
from
go.
the Midwest, so it kind of just gets
Yeah.
pronounced wheelbarrow or barrel
Yeah,
around here.
Wheelbarrow.
Mm-hmm.
Put
I
the
was
barrel
like,
next
I
to
was
the
like an
wheelbarrow.
adult man when my dad corrected me. He was like, "No, it's wheelbarrow," and I was like, "That's not even a fucking word." And he's like, "Yes, it is."
I read it, so I think I probably read it before I heard it.
Oh, but yeah, so we make him a stretcher. Cool.
Yeah, you make him stretcher.
I want to offer him some ghost fudge in this trying times. Would you
I
like?
tried
To,
his.
would you
I'll
like
offer
some
him
ghost
some
fudge?
You're
moonshine.
all gonna die.
I'm giving you some nice candy.
I don't want your.
I
crap.
didn't shoot your leg off. You don't even know my name. Why are you so mad at me? Do you know my name?
She shot my leg off.
Well, she maybe shouldn't have done that. I give him a little bit of ghost fudge. Maybe an apology will make you feel better. I think he wants an apology. He said it'll make him feel better.
I'm sorry, I underestimated the power of my weapon.
There you go. Now will you help us out?
Sure.
Wait,
I
is this
want-
the Shadow Priest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who is clearly in shock.
Yeah.
Are we,
And then had their pain deadened.
are we not killing him? I say in front of him. Was that a thing? Did we need to kill these bad guys? I don't want to kill him because now he's like our little patient.
I was wondering information.
Oh, okay. Is there some sort of evil painting around here that's sucking up energy?
I mean, your face is the evilest thing I see.
Okay. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good one. I'm pretty emotionally, vulnerable right now, so it was a low blow.
Sounds like you're in denial.
Okay, folks. As the medical expert here, we'll question him later after we make sure he's going to live.
He
How do we do
starts
that?
screaming again. Then Renzix goes, "Oh, God damn it! It's been too long." Touches him again, and he
I
goes.
was gonna say, can I use something
if
to
you wanna-
sedate him?
Yeah, go ahead and
I-
roll a brewing, or anything you think would be relevant.
Was Renzix stopping him from feeling pain?
Yep.
That is very funny. That is
Okay.
very funny to me.
My brewing medicinal is 60, and I rolled a 15.
All right, you pull out chloroform.
Mhm.
You essentially anesthetize him. He won't be as conscious, but he will not be screaming for at least an hour.
That's good.
Where do we bring him? Like, what are we gonna do with him?
Well, we're going to take him back to town so that I can keep him alive.
Is that a good idea? I mean, we have a priest missing a leg.
It's Merktown.
Oh, right. Okay, I forgot about that. Okay, we're good to go then.
Freya gives the cell phone and pad to Greeks, and is like, I want to take a look around. You guys start. I'll be, and I want to look around and.
All right. So Greeks, you got handed a data pad before by Kid. You
Yes.
look at it, and it's from the ship you were on.
Oh.
It asks for your authorization code like any military device would.
Hmm. I will try to use Total Recall to remember it.
Yeah, you
My
haven't.
code.
This is a username and password you haven't used in years, but I'm gonna give it to you. You don't need to spend the ISP on this. It's one of those things that's like drilled into you when doing what little training they did for you military-wise. Most of your training was engineer-wise, but one of the things they did was just drill this information into you, so they never had to bother with fixing it. So you
Right.
easily can put in your own if you'd like.
Type it in.
As you type it in, you get into the you get into it, and on the basically desktop of it is a message in your language that says, "Do you want out of here? I want out of here." And you see there is a messaging system.
Is it timestamped? Is it like a recent message?
Looks like the message was from basically during the middle of the fight. These things were used to communicate across like an entire city ship. So the distance on it normally is pretty great. On planet, it has trouble reaching off planet, as it seems to be searching for satellites. It finds none, but it does have a connection to at least one other device right now.
I reply yes, but not your way.
Why not, is the response. It takes a moment.
I'll find a way less destructive.
There is no response. On this tablet, it has been mostly it's old stuff, but there's some new files that have been erased. But with your skills, like I could make you roll a percentage, but this is just kind of the thing you do. You pull out the information from this technology. It's weird. You've never really used your psychic tech on your native technology as much. Like, I think you had a little bit of it before the thing, right? But it wasn't until you got to Rift's Earth that it really sparked big.
Yeah.
So you find it weird too. It's like if you're used to swimming in jello, or you're used to swimming in water, and then suddenly you're in a place where you can fly. You're now swimming through air. And it's a strange experience as you pull up a number of things indicating portions of a theorem about dimensionality, resonance, and a number of just trashed formulae that don't work at all. It appears that he cloned this device before wiping it, and you can see that all the information was pulled off of it onto something else. But this has a lot of notes on kind of like harmonic frequencies, resonant frequencies, and energy fields. And a lot of the notes start to come together around something called phase. Maintaining phase. Stable phase has been near impossible. Momentary phase is definitely possible. Or momentary stability, yes, but permanent phase stability has been difficult. You get from this that Tyrgix is looking for a way to repeat the incident that happened on the ship. Something happened on the ship that Tyrgix was not aware of, but they wanted to move the ship through space, and they succeeded technically. Just maybe in the wrong fifth dimensional direction or something. Still trying to figure out if this is even the same dimension. The stars are in different places. Like, where would you have to be? There's not a lot of great astronomical data here. You might have to, like, if you wanted that, you'd have to go searching for it. And that might help tell you if you're even in the same solar system or the same galaxy or the same universe.
Okay. I pull out the mote. Is there a reaction to the datapad?
The mote kind of looks like it fits in the data card slot. You notice the dimensions are now the same as the data card slot in this tablet. The mote is vibrating.
Insert it.
Are you doing this privately or publicly?
Just publicly. I mean,
all right. Kid's probably blathering at the guy. Starissa, you feel a slight uptick in magical energy near you. But it seems to be coming from Greek's direction, but it's a calming kind of uptick.
I'm gonna walk over, see what he's doing.
Yeah, he's holding the tablet, and do you put the mote in the data card slot?
yes.
It looks like Greeks is holding a little SD card with kind of like a glowing light in it. Puts it into the data card slot, and the tablet makes a pleasant sound. And goes to a DOS prompt out of nowhere.
Is it supposed to do that?
There is a quick little beach ball spinning done. The text that shows up after the DOS prompt is in Greeks' native language. And it says incorporated. I do not understand either. Out of phase. Significance? Unknown. Incorporating memories? This traveled with Tiergix. Tiergix wants your help, it says. Should I help Tiergix is the question. And there's a yes or no.
No.
All right.
I'm gonna put that aside for now, and take a look at the cell phone and
The cell
data
phone
pad.
and data pad from the Shadow Priest indicate you quickly break into them. Your hacking is so damn good. And this guy has terrible info security. He was in contact with someone who was sending messages about shady midnight things, and you get an email chain that goes back and forth to someone in Fort Campbell. And someone in a place called New Chillicothe, Missouri.
Why does Fort Campbell sound familiar?
Fort Campbell's not too far. If you look it up on maps, you can see that it was in Kentucky. And you could ask around town about it, but I don't think you've ever been there. New Chillicothe is in Coalition territory, really deep in Coalition territory.
Yeah, here, Freya, take a look at these.
So does Freya find anything in her look around?
In your look around, you do find in the basement, it does seem like the Shadow Priest spent a good amount of time here. There are a number of ritual things that seem to be somewhat bunk. Starissa looks at them and knows they aren't actual magic. They're just... every now and then, there's a bit of actual magic to it, and it's all communication magic. There's some, like, divination materials. There's a couple of mirrors, a scrying pool that a baptismal font turned into scrying pool that has been mirrored on it, so it looks like a mirror from the top. And a number of personal effects. And a locket with a picture on it.
What's the picture?
When you open the locket, on the outside of the locket is a picture of a woman. And when you open it up, it is a picture of the Shadow Priest and a woman wearing Western-style clothes as though they were getting married.
Anything else, like secret panels, safe?
You don't find anything too secret because he wasn't that good at hiding things. You do find a book. Doesn't take you too long. He essentially was keeping it under his bed. Inside the book is just a lot of... It's kind of like a self-help for darkness books. But it does contain a little bit of stuff that seems arcane. If you consult with Starissa or Peppermint, they'd probably be able to quickly tell you that there is one or two communication rituals in there and a divination thing that allows visions to happen. Though some of it is... Starissa would probably be less likely to look at it for long, as it is kind of improper magic witchcraft stuff. Witchcraft meaning making a bargain with an outsider power, not the common American concept of witchcraft. Witchery is its own form of magic where power is bartered for in a kind of bad way. And so it's kind of uncomfortable to read. But this person did some things to gain the little bit of magic power they had, and all the spells are very shadow related. I'm going to say that the Orb of Daylight is being maintained by Peppermint. And knowing that this person probably has some sorts of shadow magic, keeping them in daylight is probably your best bet from having them, be able to fight back.
Do I see any evidence of the paper mache people?
No, you don't hear. You don't see anyone brought in. You don't see any discussions between the book and the emails. You get the impression that this person was kind of a target of opportunity for the pair, that this guy just happened to be the closest to Riley. Not that this guy was super important, not that this religion is widespread, but that they just happened to have a guy close by and used him as kind of like to gather information before they showed up. You find it, the email chain also goes up to Old Bones with communications directly from Tiergix. Before any communications from Tiergix, there is one message introducing Tiergix to this person, to Father Easton, which is his name. And that is done by someone going by the handle Leonidas Moss.
Do I recognize that name?
Give me a sec.
Sure.
Okay, that's still working. Sorry, just had to check a thing. You actually did the forensic accounting before, so you do see a payment to a Leonidas Moss from the One Truth Corporation, as well as you remember someone seeing something in the town of Charlotte relating to the Moss family owning the factory.
Okay. With Starissa's help, I want to make sure, I want to keep the book because of the information.
Yeah.
But with Starissa's help, I want to make sure that whatever else is bad here is destroyed properly, and then want to make sure any sort of scrying and mirrored things are gone.
All right, you go around shattering mirrors. It doesn't take long. It's terrible bad luck. The pool is tipped over, so it can't hold water. The rituals are already either fully completed, so it's easy enough to just disrupt them by removing parts of them. None of them seem trapped. Again, this person's security was not first and foremost in their mind. Not the most clever of magic users. The book with the rituals could be expensive to the right people, but could be very dangerous in the wrong hands.
Yeah, but I still want to keep it right now.
Okay. All right, I'm just making note that you have it. Actually, remembering back, this is the kind of book that might be very well secured in the library of Bletherad on the world of Palladium.
Would Starissa know that?
Sarissa spent a number of time among dangerous books in the library. Anyone who spent time in the library would know that. But Starissa especially would know that that is a place you could contain such magics with relative security.
I don't have a regular way to get a hold of Floyd, do I? Flurd?
The Floored Boniface Flompants, kind of hard to contact.
'Cause that's how I got to the library, was with him.
There is a spell that. Do you have Magic Pigeon?
I do not.
Okay. There's a spell called Magic Pigeon that Floored Boniface Flompants thought was fun. But didn't. But it's a low enough spell that he probably would have taught it to you, just for free, because
Okay.
it's a good way to send messages that will confuse people and have a butterfly land that tells them when they're going to die. So you can have learned the spell Magic Pigeon.
Okay.
I believe Magic Pigeon has a pretty good rate as long as you're on the same plane. Across planes, I believe there is much less chance, but I don't know off the top of my head. It's been at least a year since I read it.
You know what book it's in?
It's in all the core books, I believe.
Okay.
It's in Books of Magic, yeah.
Might even be in the Palladium default book. It's one of those spells that I think is pretty.
It's just, yeah, with Starissa's help, I want to make sure that I do have it, but kind of store it in a way where I obviously just don't want to be hanging. I don't want to be like carrying it like some college book, on my way to class.
Is Magic Pigeon a 6th level spell? That is? Huh.
Yeah, it is.
Well, he still would have taught it to you because it's so damn useful. The duration is 2 months per level, and it moves at about 720 miles a day. Which is not infinite, but not nothing. All right. Yeah, you get the book secured, you wrap it in a cloth. Sarissa, you know better. You know the rough default for this is don't overly handle the book or read it. But unless you secure it somehow, it might you don't know the magic properties of the Book of Shadows.
Okay.
Because if anything, we could take it to Dwemer.
That would be a place for it. Dwemer probably has capabilities of handling it.
Yeah, because I don't want it out and about. So I think
No.
keeping it secure until we get back to Dwemer would be the best thing, Starissa.
That sounds like a good idea. Dark magic like this will just screw up humans.
Yeah.
So you get the guy to a hospital or to a medical facility. What do you tell them? They're like, well, here's the fees. It's $200 a night. If you need to rent out a room to do whatever you need to do to stabilize them, that's going to be $50. If you want a room without us remembering we sold you a room, that's going to be $100.
So the total would be
$100 up front and then $200 per day.
okay.
All right. So what are you hoping to get from this guy?
Who he was talking to, how he even got involved. I mean, I know there's an email chain, but what about him? Out of all the people in Merktown, and then who was he talking to? Who was he scribing to, communicating with? Things like that.
All right. So he isn't going to willingly tell you a lot, but you get most of it from his pad. He came from out west, where he and his wife were. His wife was taken out by Picos Raiders, and he got away, but she didn't, into some kind of weird cavern where things seemed to be made of like it was a mirror cavern. It was extremely disorienting and confusing, but down there he met a man who told him about getting even, about having power. And the man was a prince, he said. And that man was named Leonidas Moss. Or the man gave the name Leonidas Moss.
And he said he was a prince?
Yes.
Did he say what he was a prince of?
The knight.
What did they promise you?
He doesn't talk to you.
Of course not.
Yeah. But you can see he was like keeping a bit of a journal. He would learn the power, and he started learning some of that power when the prince handed him the book. And he planned in a couple of years to go back and get even on any Picos Raiders that he could find. But it seems like eventually he lost interest in going back. That revenge wasn't as much on his mind as power. They sold him revenge, but gave him only power. And then he wanted more power. It doesn't look like he's gotten too much power, though. He hasn't done much for it. He talks about sharing the faith and how it's dangerous to let people hear. How he's been at pains to keep it quiet, but it means something to him to have any people with him. And there have been others that have come and gone from the church. Some indicate that they were killed. There is also a notice in his emails at one point that has a picture of Yolanda, but it's kind of fuzzy. And it says, if you see anything of this person, let us know. And it does not appear he ever succeeded, or he ever ran into Yolanda.
That's good. Did Jeddah ever tell us about the cave out west?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. But we know she's from out west.
You know she's been out west. She's talked about being out west. Starissa's been out west with her a bit. You don't know anything specific about a cave of mirrors. Yeah.
Okay. What was the name of the other town again? On the email chain?
It was in New Chillicothe, which is a coalition town, and Fort
Campbell.
Fort Campbell, yeah.
New Chillicothe, that's you say was in Wisconsin?
It's in Missouri, just south of Iowa. It's yeah.
Well, it does seem your friend Riley was next on the list.
Yeah. Is there any mention of Izan?
Not in this email, no. There's mentions of other Um, I'm trying to find in this book.
Do we know where we have to go next?
Oh, okay. Where do you want to go next? There was no mention of Izan. There was no mention of Housetown. Though Riley is gonna go head down there immediately. Because strength in numbers and being aware and awareness is half the battle. If you hadn't told him that they were coming, he wouldn't have known.
Okay. So we're pretty sure Riley's safe now.
Yeah, I mean, we fought him off, and I'm
Nice.
gonna go be with Izan, who's, to be honest, a much harder target.
All right. So Zon's fine.
Do you think they're gonna keep coming after the?
I mean, they
Conspiracy.
succeeded in disrupting my life here,
Yeah. And they got the more heads.
but you also succeeded in disrupting their network here. So,
And also now you're aware of what they're doing.
yeah. I mean, I don't want to call a general meeting. I think that would be the worst idea.
Yeah.
But I'll get word out to the seer, and Creeper must already know, because you got word to me. You got word to me through her.
Yeah. Creeper's in a safer place. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So pretty much the rest of the conspiracy is fine.
we're gonna keep a low profile.
Well, yeah.
Then I guess we're back to our original trekking.
What was that?
Well, I could go home, talk to my mom about all the stuff that we found, and maybe ask her about how I'd be able to stop a heavy metal enchanted juggernaut suit.
Yeah, we got the helmet.
We did, but he can probably put it back on and build a new one.
But maybe she might know some stuff.
Maybe better way to knock it off or what have you. That's the only lead I have. Am I forgetting something, Kevin?
You could bring the book to Dwemer. You could
Yeah.
check in with
We haven't talked to
Lockhaven.
Zax. Yeah.
Could go to
Talk to Zax.
Pittsburgh and
You could go to
Zax
Pittsburgh.
is still there, right?
You don't know.
Does Zaxxas know about? Okay. Does he know about the Night Lords?
He had learned about the Night Lords a bit.
Okay. I think maybe we should tell him about them.
I mean,
I would like to go back to Dwemer at least to get this book safe because I don't really want to carry it for long.
Okay.
Maybe meet up with Exaxa. Maybe put some pieces together and then go to Lockhinge. Is that all right, kid? If we
The longer I have before I go talk to my mom about how she used to be a war criminal, the better. I'm not in a hurry to go there and talk to her about that.
Okay.
That part of her life.
I think I should, but if we have other things to do, it can wait. I don't
Yeah.
mind waiting.
Go to Dwemer with the book, put some pieces together, see if anyone knows about this mirrored cavern. Maybe Exaxa might know, maybe Helix. Who knows? Or Helix can definitely point us in the direction.
I think we should
Possibly.
also.
Renzix is there. Renzix is. Oh, I've been there.
Been where?
The mirrored caves.
There's caves full of mirrors.
Out west?
Yeah.
You've
How
been in
many?
it.
one of them.
What? One of them.
I maybe they move. I don't know, but I've seen called the Mirrored Cave in 2 different places. But I know who would know. is
Can you
Sheriff
mark the
would know.
location on our map?
Who would know? Renzix? If it moves,
If it
kid,
moves,
it's you. We can't put it on a map.
yeah.
I mean,
Shit.
Jetta knows, but I'm not sure if she knows she knows.
Oh. boy.
But should I send them to him? Do you think he'd be okay with me sending this group to come help?
They're good people.
Yeah, any help that we could get would be much appreciated.
And if
There's-
someone needs help,
there's a man,
Going around, taking names.
out by. God, I want to just send you to Touch Me Not Mountain because it's called Touch Me Not Mountain. I love it when you find a weird place on a map.
What's it called?
Touch Me Not Mountain.
What the fuck? No, don't touch me there. No, it's great.
He's not. All right. So you can find out what town he's currently in. He moves a lot. If you go to Fort Tombstone, which is way out in Arizona, it's a hike. But it wasn't too far from Fort Apache, where we actually found the cave. He seemed to know where it would be.
and who is this person?
I call him the sheriff because that's what he told me to call him. I don't know why, but he reminds me of like a brick. His skin's little. He's got some Native American ancestry. He's got kind of a long beard in a point.
Does he wear a
Where-
sheriff's hat?
Absolutely, and a
Nice.
badge and a
Oh, very cool.
light gray duster. Carries weapons, but if you go around Tombstone and ask about the sheriff or Arsno, go around Arsno. I think Tombstone might be a much worse place if I'm getting my lore wrong. You'll want to go to Arsno. Which
Okay.
I lost on the map.
All right. And how is this guy going to help us? He knows about where the mirror caves are?
He's the reason I'm involved at all. I mean, I owe my life. I know Starissa does.
Does he know about the...
He knows.
Okay. I forgot if this guy knew.
I don't know how much he knows.
Okay.
Talking to him is sometimes like talking to a brick wall when you want something from him. But
Well,
he's a good person.
okay.
So, Dwelmer,
Dollar.
regroup. Do we want to go to Lockhenge and then?
We might as
Ours-
well because it's closer than Arizona, right?
Oh, yeah.
Kevin? Yeah.
Yes.
So let's
Lockhenge is like a day's travel. Arizona is going to be a journey.
let's
Yeah.
take care of all of our side quests now before we venture into the
We don't know
New
that
zone.
there's a side quest.
before we venture into Arizona. Yeah, so Dwelmer, Lockhenge, then Arizona.
Yes.
Okay. Talk to Exaxa.
I'm gonna go out west. Because you don't need me to sweep after you, and that sounds boring. You're lovely people. But Starissa can keep an eye on you. And
Okay.
I'm gonna let the sheriff know you're coming.
All right.
Thank you.
And
Okay.
what we can do.
I give him a big hug.
Oh, too tight, too tight. You always do that.
I know.
He gives you a
Shows
hug
I care.
and the most brotherly kiss on the forehead. And says, "All right, folks. And just turns around and walks down the street.
That's
The
a
sun
nice guy.
is rising as he walks into it. He's like, and you hear him mutter to himself, "Perfect timing. Yes."
And then a bird poops on his head and he goes, "Fuck."
No, it does not
No.
happen.
That does not happen.
It does not happen.
It's perfect.
A
It's a
bird
perfect
poops and he steps perfectly around it
Yeah, it's
with
a
his
perfect.
psychic abilities.
That guy is so cool.
It's a perfect. It is a perfect anime moment.
He's the coolest fucking guy in the world. All right.
There's a
Well-
moment in Freya's mind
Oh. Okay.
where Rohan folds back into her,
Mm-hmm.
and she's standing in the cavern, a cavern of crystals. You don't know what you're wearing, but you know it's you. You know it's dark. You know their only light is the small flashlight you have. You don't know anything else about who you are or who you were. But your brain knows who you are. Are you younger? You're definitely younger. Maybe you're a child. And it's just you in this cave. And as you stare into one of the walls, in the mirror light is an enormous, terrifying monster with scaled wings and a flaming sword, and a scaled sword of orange. And you hear behind you a voice like bricks tumbling, saying, "I can get you somewhere safe." You look up and you see a man with kind of reddish skin and a beard wearing a sheriff's badge. And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay. Okay.
okay.
I'm excited for some Wild West shenanigans.
Vampires.
Oh, fuck. Are they in Arizona?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. We got to get a bunch of water guns.
Actually, ours is the place where you go to buy them.
Perfect.
It's okay. If there's anything this character is good at,
Oh, God.
it's fighting
yeah, peppermint.
vampires.
Yeah.
You can fight
Peppermint's
vampires?
Oh, Peppermint's
Yeah.
Peppermint's essentially a priestess of nature and water and wood and life force.
Oh, my
God.
God. This is going to
Everything.
fucking rule.
Like,
Oh,
I-
this
Or
is gonna be
Peppermint.
good.
The rest
Yeah.
of you.
It's like Rohan. It has been like the start, but then vampires come along and Peppermint steps forward, and it's just like
I like it.
yeah. It's
Is
like,
fire good against them?
It is better than nothing.
Okay. All right. This.
It is better than a lot of other things.
Everybody hide behind Peppermint. Let her kill all the fucking vampires.
All right. So, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Thank you for our big reveal that I've been waiting 2 weeks to get to.
My brother,
Yep.
yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Kevin, I'm going to save him. I'm going to save him and ruin your game. I'm going to save my brother, and we're both going to live a happy life.
Yeah. Yeah. More likely, Rohan's going to have to save kid's life.
It would sure would be a shame if the choice became between your brother and Zarian.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Why would you even do that to me? How would that even happen, Kevin? It doesn't even make sense.
It's
You
like
got-
one of them works for the Night Lords, and the other one,
Who
Which the
knows?
Night Lords?
I wonder if they know each other.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think you broke Evan.
I'm just thinking what he would do. I don't know.
all right, everybody. So, thank you for joining us. Let's go around and give our outros. And we hope to see you next week. So let's start with Nerdy Teddy.
Hi everyone, I'm Nerdy Teddy. You can find me on Twitter at Nerdy Teddy. You can find me in the Nerd Dice Discord. And on Monday nights, you can find me over on the Bardic Nox channel playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Starting next Wednesday for 4 sessions, I'll be running Tales from the Loop game at 8 p.m. EST, and then Thursday next week I will be managing a game of Die Laughing at 8 p.m. EST as well.
And are you still looking for a person for that or two?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
And other than that, I have some games and stuff you can check out through the link in the chat, or head over to Twitter. The link is also in my bio, and that's everything.
All right. Thank you very much. Maxine was not able to join us, but you can follow her at Maxine_Bachman or that girl at that place at a number of places, including our current chat. I'm sure she'll type something in a second. All right. Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm on Twitter at Shell_game, and I'm here on Tuesdays because that's
Cool.
what I can handle.
Oof. All right. Ooh, I did something wrong on the typings because brain. All right. Up next is Kate. I was gonna say Starissa, but you are Kate.
I am Kate, and you can follow me on Twitter at Reverie_Cutie and here on Tuesday nights.
Okay, Evan.
Hello, everybody. I'm Evan Jennings. Evan Jennings 64 on the Twitter. Right now, you can just find me here doing doing the rifts.
But keep an eye for other things that might be coming along soon.
Yeah, we're working on some stuff.
All right.
And life stuff.
And Ting.
Hey, I'm Ting. Find me on Twitter at TingTut, and here on Tuesdays when my internet allows.
We appreciate you calling in. I really do. I'm so glad you were able to make it for this episode because I had Tear Geeks all here and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, but I missed the battle.
You missed the battle, but you
That's all
built
right.
up a line of communication apparently. All right, and that leaves only me. I am by Sonic Kevin on Twitter. You can find me there-ish. You can find me on the Discord here for Nerds with Dice, as well as other fine places on the internet. You can find my amazing knitwear designs on lattesandllamas.com, including the Geek Along sweater, which is coming along awesomely. It's a bunch of board games on a sweater. I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything since we're so far into it that you can see the Monopoly Man and several other things. All right. I think I don't want to say anything just in case I'm wrong. All right. So, thank you, everybody, for joining us. And, Nerdy, do we have a raid?
Yes, we'll be rating So Many Games.
All right.
And,
Enjoy and see you soon.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.